fought. What's good? What up, YouTube? What's the deal? My bad, I just had to park. I had to back up out this spot. It was the way this dude parked was crazy. What up? Morning on my people, family. And I ain't did a drive live in a minute. I did a drive live in a hot little minute. But we here. Got a cool show for today. Wait a little bit longer. Let some people pop up in the room. Let some people pop up in this joint. Shout out to the people that's in here right now. Please don't forget to hit the like button, notification bell, so you don't miss anything. But yeah, please hit that like button because it really helps me out. It really, really helps me out. Swig of water for the working nurse. And another swig of water for all the healthcare professionals out there. And one more. What up, sis? And one more swig of water for all the people that's on their grind, that's not even in the medical field. Got a good story for y'all today. Just getting off work on my way home. And then we got a little bit of business to handle. It's such a gloomy day out here. Bro, this weather like the worst weather I done seen thus far. Like this summer, like I don't know what kind of summer we have it, but it's saying in the Bible that, you know, when the end times is near, we ain't gonna be able to tell the seasons apart, but you know, shout out to the Bible. But yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, nurses is getting that bag, boy. The lawsuits is popping. I got a story for y'all today. Nurse wins $1.6 million lawsuit against the hospital. Now, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know the hospital felt salty about this deal. Now, since, you know, I'm not at home in my home studio, I had to make some notes so I can quickly glance at it so I don't forget any of the important details within this live. You did? I don't want to forget nothing within this live. But yes, $1.6 million. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the talks up in that room when the CEO and again, they making millions upon millions, but still, I'm sure they would have greatly preferred not to have to give up $1.6 million if they didn't have to. But, you know, shoot, this lady, something really tragic could have happened, you know? Something tragic could have happened, and fortunately it didn't. And fortunately, this sister got her paper. You know what I'm saying? Fortunately, this sister got her paper, and, you know, hopefully she does something with it. So, this comes out of Queensland, okay? It says a Queensland nurse awarded after suing regional health services, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. Trinette Wilson sued Gold Coast, what is it called? Gold Coast Robina Hospital. But the crazy part is, this lawsuit took place in 2016. The lawsuit took place in 2016. It's 2023. So boy, they waited, and they waited, and they drug it out. And I know lawsuits like this can take a long time. A long time. But 7 years? 7 years, ladies and gentlemen. She was awarded 7 years after the lawsuit had taken place. $1.6 million. So, Trinette Wilson, 42, I believe, years old, sued Gold Coast Robina Hospital because she was injured while trying to restrain a thrashing patient. Okay? So the article said thrashing. So I'm guessing, the patient was probably acting erratic, was getting violent and everything like that. And when she attempted to twist away from the patient, she had injured herself, messed up her hip. And here's another thing about this situation. 1 year prior to the incident happening, she had surgery. She had surgery on her, let me see, it said a year earlier, she had surgery to fuse bones and put a prosthetic disc in. So this woman had already been injured prior to the whole situation that popped off with the patient. So in 2015, she had this surgery, this procedure done she had this procedure done to get her bones and her disc right, and she out here restraining patients. Now I'll say this: I don't know the full extent of her physical therapy. I don't know, but I would think that if I was in a situation to where I've been surgically operated on, and I've had some bones and discs prepared, I would honestly want to avoid all situations to where a patient had to be physically restrained. Now, we don't really know the scenario. We don't know the details. It could have been other people. Because the nurse was probably trying to protect the patient as well as herself, and as well as it could have been other people. We don't know. The article did not say, rather, there were multiple patients involved. But again, I would tread lightly. And I know people can change within an instant as far as your status and your mental status and all that kind of stuff. But if I done had some surgery done and I see a patient doing what they doing, I'm going to have to fall back. Now, I'm pro-nurse. Okay? But part of me can understand why the hospital might feel some type of way. Nurses don't get mad at me for this. Part of me can definitely understand why the hospital might feel some type of way. But at the same time, I don't know if this hospital had a record of this woman having disc surgery prior to working at their hospital. I don't know. Probably not. Because most people don't volunteer that kind of information, for whatever reason. It could be out of fear of not being able to get the job, because a lot of times when you do a physical, they'll be like, are you able to lift up to a certain amount of pounds, blah, 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 blah. And maybe she felt like she could, maybe not, I don't know. But the hospital, they saying that, well, we don't feel like we need to pay because she should have known that that's what security is for. Now, again, I'm thinking, this might be where common sense starts to come into play, because, again, we don't know the full situation or story, but I'm just like, well, why wouldn't she? Why wouldn't she, wait for security, because say the patient was thrashing in the bed. The article never stated that the patient launched or the patient grabbed her or restrained her or anything like that. But nonetheless, the patient was hurt on the job. I mean, not the patient, but the nurse was hurt on the job, and I believe she should get paid. Yeah, I believe she should get paid. And this is what the pay breakdown is. $473,000 for past economic loss. $800,000 for future economic loss. And $60,000 for super annual loss. I don't know what that means. But yeah, she got that bread. But I mean, this woman, they say she's getting disability now, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure she'll never be the same. Right? I mean, it's rightfully old, because I feel like if I ever get attacked on the job, or if I get hurt on the job, I should be compensated. Yeah, I should be compensated 100%. Y'all got it? I definitely got it. Run the bread. Run that paper. So she got $1.6 million. So my thing is this: if y'all got awarded $1.6 million for a case, for a lawsuit like that, would you continue to practice nursing? That's my question to y'all. Whenever y'all watch this, or if you're watching live, would you continue to practice nursing if you got awarded $1.6 million in a lawsuit? I probably wouldn't. I'm gonna keep it real. I probably wouldn't. I'll be out. I ain't gonna even cap. I'll be out of there. I'll be gone. I'll definitely take the money and invest and do other stuff. There's no way I'll be out doing that kind of stuff. And it's gonna be nurses that say, "Nah, I will still practice," which is great. That's good for you. But me, oh man, I'll be investing that bread. I started a couple businesses, and I'll be on the island chilling somewhere. And I mean, it's not like $1.6 million is a lot of money, but boy, I tell you, I'm gonna flip it and make it stretch. I tell you that much. I'm gonna flip that joint and make it stretch. Oh my God, y'all should see this traffic, dog. Like, we got the worst traffic in this. God, they say that LA traffic is a beast, but this traffic is crazy too. This traffic is crazy too. Y'all say y'all taking that money and y'all investing. There's no way I'm doing it. Nigga, I would have been all in the court putting extras on it. Oh God. Oh, my back, my fingernails hurt. Oh, my kneecaps. I would have been putting all kind of extras on it. What are we going to do, ladies and gentlemen? What are we going to do? There's been a lot of crazy stuff happening in nursing too. Did y'all hear about that girl, that 19-year-old girl out in New Mexico that put her baby in a garbage can at the hospital? That was a crazy situation too. And then, the nurses and everything was trying to console her because, or whatever the case, but she had lied to the police. That was a wild situation. And then it was actually footage of her running to the bathroom they didn't show her having a baby, obviously, but it was footage of her running into the bathroom, and the baby was in a dumpster. And then, the police came and they interrogated her. They like, did you know? Of course she knew, but she had lied to her parents. I guess she had told her parents that she was still a virgin and all that stuff. And, while she out here being a little hot box, she got pregnant, didn't tell anybody, and she had the baby, and the baby ended up passing away. That story is crazy. So she finna do some years. I think they charging her for first degree. I think they about to charge her for first degree, because that's wild. 19 years old. That's a sad situation all around. 19 years old. She should have just kept it real. Like, hey, mama, I'm out here, I was busting that thing open. And, I'm pregnant now. It is what it is. I mean, what you gonna do? But what you don't do, we ain't finna put a baby in a garbage can. Now, that's not what we finna do. You dig? You're not finna do that. But yeah, they showed the whole. It's a whole little video where they talking to her, and the doctor come in. The doctor like, well, we gotta go ahead and press charges and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, dang, that's been a wild situation. But young ladies, if you're watching this video, you decide to let a dude shoot up the club. All my teens that may be watching this video, my teen ladies out there, you gonna let a dude shoot your club up and you get pregnant, don't do what that girl did. You're going straight to prison. You need to be honest with your big mama or your abuela or whoever you got that's in your circle. Let them know, like, hey, I might, need to go to the clinic and get some of them prenatal vitamins. You dig? Because we got a little Jorge on the way. Shoot. I get it though. That teen pregnancy, that ain't nothing. That's scary. Thinking you got somebody pregnant, man. I was 18 and I thought I was gonna have a baby. It was the worst. That was the worst feeling on earth. Oh. So I feel what she was going through, but I ain't gonna say I feel it to the extent that she did it, because, the baby would have been born. I would have did what I had to do, but I feel you. Like, all y'all teen parents out there and all y'all people that had kids super young like that, I salute y'all, because, nigga, that was the worst week of my life. I seen one of them pregnancy test commercials every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes. And I'm like, oh my God. 7 days before you miss period and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, oh my. I mean, that was a wonderful feeling. I hope don't nobody have to go through that no more. That was a horrible feeling. But ladies, don't be out here putting your babies in a garbage can. Like, and that's happened. That happens a lot. Now, don't do that. Now, y'all, you can drop your kid off at the fire station, you know what I'm saying, or at the police station and all that kind of stuff. It's all kind of ways to, if you don't want the kid to not have to deal with it for y'all. You dig what I'm saying? Like, well, shout out to the people that's coming in. I went over the story about how this one nurse won $1.6 million out of a hospital, Gold Coast Robina, and she won $1.6 million because she had injured her hip. For those of you who are coming in, who are just now coming in, and she got the bag about the hospital. She got the bag about the hospital very quickly. And, she's sitting on $1.6 million. For all the people that's coming in now, I had asked the crowd, people in the chat, and let me know what y'all think. If y'all had won $1.6 million, would you continue to practice nursing? What would your next move be? I asked, for those of you who are just tuning in. And I appreciate y'all being here. I really do. As we do this drive. But, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. That's a crazy situation with that baby, with the lady who dropped that baby in the garbage can. Man, that's sad. But yeah, I got the nursing stories out the way, so now we can just talk about some random stuff that's been going on out here in the news. Did y'all see the BET Awards the other night? Boy, the BET Awards, ladies and gentlemen. And we can, whenever y'all come in, y'all want to talk back nursing again, we can go right back to it. But, oh man, the BET Awards was something crazy. Is it me? Or are we just... You said both stories crazy. Her lawyer is trying to... Okay. Shout out to Nina in the building. Shout out to my sister Danielle in the building. Her lawyer is trying to blame the nurses for not monitoring. Is that what they trying to do? They trying to blame the nurses? Is that what you meant to say? For not monitoring the pregnant girl? Well, how would they even know she was pregnant if she lied about the whole pregnancy? You dig what I'm saying? I don't even know if you know what she was admitted to the hospital for, what they even came to the hospital for, let me know. I mean, but if the nurses had no idea, that she was pregnant, what would they know to monitor for? That's what I be saying. And they feel like nurses shouldn't get paid what they get paid. Everything go wrong. Anything in the world go wrong, it's the nurse's fault. So you decided to let somebody shoot your club up, and you didn't want to tell your mama you was out here being a skank. You did? And now it's the nurse's fault for not monitoring, because now, unfortunately, we have a baby that's no longer with us. And all that could have been avoided if she just would have been honest about the whole situation. I don't understand how that's the nurse's fault. Because if she didn't tell them they was pregnant, what are we talking about? See, that's what I be saying, man. That's what I be saying. Lawyer says she insinuated, and she should have... Man, what? What do they mean insinuated? What that mean? What that... See, that's... No, come on, man. Come on, man. So, you telling me... So, okay, let's just say she did insinuate. What the hell do that got to do with her putting a baby in a garbage can? That ain't got nothing to... How's that the nurse's fault? It was also... Okay, she went to the bathroom, had the damn baby. Right. Talking about she insinuated. What? I can insinuate a lot of stuff. Nah, it's no way they're gonna win that one. I'm not a lawyer, but I feel like that one is a long shot, my guy. I feel like that one is a very, very much a long shot. That's crazy. But regardless, though, so what? I mean, I just feel like if they find the nurses negligent, which they won't, but if they did, what do that mean for her actually not reporting her being pregnant herself, and for the unborn, for the child that came into this world who's no longer with us? That's what I'm trying to figure out. That don't make sense. And then on top of that story, I had put a story out this morning talking about Carly Rae from Love and Hip Hop. They got her daddy up in the nursing home, and I guess he ain't getting treated right, according to what's her name, Carly Red, something like that. She say she the only one taking care of her daddy, and he up in the nursing home. So this is why I be telling people, like, just because you think people famous and they got money, you know what I'm saying, that don't mean that they do. Just because somebody on TV, that don't mean that they got paper. Let me tell you something. It's a lot of nurses that got more money than your average celebrity. especially a lot of these TV stars. You dig? She was not in the right mental state, and the nurses is to blame, per her lawyer. Yeah, alright. Her lawyer gonna lose that one all day. What the hell that got to do with anything? And how is that still the nurse's fault? The nurses can't diagnose if she got some sort of mental illness or something like that. They can't diagnose nothing like that. So what are they talking about? She should have been a one-on-one. What? And I'm sure they was probably short as hell. I want to see what she initially came into the hospital for. She probably came in because she was having some stomach pains and all that type of stuff, or whatever was going on. And come on, man, let's be serious now. The fact that the lawyer is really trying to run with this, I don't know. I think that's a long shot. Okay, so yeah, she came in for back and abdominal pain, right? She's getting ready to have that baby. I wonder, Nina, you know how many months alone she was? I know when them nurses went home, they was probably like, bro, I know they ain't trying to say we was negligent. When this little fast heifer that went up in a bathroom and then had the baby. And they trying to say we was negligent. This is what I be talking about. I'd have been like, bruh, they cannot be serious. They can't be serious. I'm outdone. I was outdone by that part. They talking about she ran the bathroom, had the baby, came back out. They said it was so much blood in the bathroom that the janitor had to go in there a few times to go clean it up. And I'm just like, well, what the hell did they think was going on? And then when they showed the video, when them interrogating her, she acting all shocked, like, oh, man, come on, bro. Full term. She must have been small. I don't know how she hit it, but her mama probably knew too, though. Shouldn't even be anything to discuss. If she didn't disclose she was pregnant to them people, and then did what she did with the baby, right? Her mama knew she was pregnant. They have pics of her cheerleading and whatnot, fully pregnant. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I didn't get, because when her mama was on the video, she trying to act like, oh, do you know what they do to girls that lie about their pregnancy and all that kind of stuff and put their babies in the garbage, trying to act like she didn't know? You knew. Shit, that might have been her plan, real talk. Yeah. She knew exactly what was going on, probably. It was probably in on it. Like, look, you can't raise this baby. Miguel not really trying to be no daddy. This nigga ain't got no job. We gonna have to do what we got to do. You know, that was probably her plan. But that's sick though, because that baby didn't have to go through that. That baby didn't ask to be here. That was you. And if the mama knew and acting like she didn't know, I think the mama should be charged too. They should have gave the baby away for adoption or got her right. Exactly. If you're going to do all that. If you're going to do all that. So, like, and you trying to charge the nurses. Like, come on, man. And they wonder why people walking away from this field. And they wondering why people walking away from this field. And they wondering why it's almost 1 million nurses that's about to retire in the next 4 to 7 years. Really? Really? Man, you know, and I'm not even the type to complain, but dang, man, I feel like nurses are the scapegoat for everything and everybody. Blame the nurses. Blame the nurses. Now, don't get me wrong. It is some janky nurses out there. But to me, this wasn't the case. This wasn't the case. What's up, Dina? What's good? Who kills a baby while in a hospital? So much help. Right. Yeah, she evil. I think the mama should be charged. And let's not get it twisted. According to what I saw, the girl 19, so she's a grown woman. She's an adult. From what am I tripping? Was she 19 or was she a teenager? Help me out. Was she like 15, 16? I thought I saw that she was 19. But let me know in the comments though. This lemon water ain't no joke, boy. That lemon water ain't no joke. She's 18, 19. Okay, she right. I thought so. That's a grown woman. So all that looking up at mama talking to her like she about 13, 14. You know what they do to girls that throw their babies in the garbage? It's a grown woman. Good and grown. So, I mean, shit. You said to me 18 and 19 is still a kid. However, she's an evil kid. Well, she a kid that know how to clap them cheeks. She a kid that know how to clap them cheeks. She grown enough to clap them cheeks. You dig? She grown enough to go to Pound Town and be a booty hole brown girl. She know how to do that. She grown enough for that. Shoot. It'll be interesting to see what happens with this case. Women are often shown leniency when they do stuff like this, though. That's wild, though, man. She need to go. I mean, shoot, 19 years old, boy. It's people younger than that doing way bigger numbers for petty drug charges. Yeah, she need to go to jail. 100%. She took a life, and she need to be in there for a long time. And anybody who tried to cover this up need to be in jail right along with her. Because this could have been avoided. Talking about well, she insinuated. What the hell do that even mean? If a grown woman, I'm thinking even now that I know that she grown, that she's an adult, please. CJ, you'd be surprised. 19-year-olds today act 13. Well, in the eyes of the law, that's an adult. I need to sue my old hospital. Yeah. When our parents were 19, they were more mature. Yeah. But I mean, shoot, it was still 19-year-old parents getting clapped. But I mean, still, to me, it's no excuse. If she old enough to spread her legs and let another dude shoot the club up raw with no protection, she's old. What they tell me all the time. Oh, well, if you not man enough, you man enough to go in me, but you ain't man enough to take care of what go out. And she needs to be held accountable. Because the baby has lost their life. 19 or not. If I'm 19 years old and somebody said, CJ, you about to be a daddy at 19 years old, I gotta step up. Point blank period. We're not finna throw nobody in the garbage though. I'm not finna call nobody, hey, I need you to go to the hospital and do that thing. No, we're not doing it. Can't do that. This is real life. Niggas trying to go to jail. You know what they do to women in jail that do stuff like that to babies? You know what they do? Come on. Come on. They sent me AK from a lawsuit from 2012, overtime back pay. AK. I would love a hot 1.6 milli real quick. Matter of fact, it don't even gotta be 1.6. Give me about 500,000. We square. We can make something happen with that. Give me about 500,000. We alright. Shoot. At 18, you're an adult. She's not a kid. You need to stop coddling these grown-ups making excuses for poor behavior. Man, this generation is wild, bro. This new generation is so wild. And they need to be charged like adults. Cause this new generation, they don't care about nothing because they don't feel like nothing gonna happen to them because of the coddling. The whole everybody gets a trophy. The whole it's gonna be okay no matter what. You know what I'm saying? They feel like nothing can ever happen to them but that's not how stuff works. It's always an excuse. Like, you know what I'm saying? And even going further beyond in this particular case, man, the excuses I hear, man, just from people in general, especially dudes, man, not to turn this back on men, but dudes, I hear so many excuses for why a dude can't do this or why a dude can't do that. And it's just exhausting. It's exhausting. I was at my pop's house on Saturday. He told me he had saw a bum in the middle of the street and asking for money. And my pops was like, they hiring right in front of you, right where you working, right where you begging at. He's like, yeah, man, but I'm trying to get something for my kids. My pops was like, so you out here effing and you ain't got no money? See, we know how to do. That's the thing in our society. If we don't know how to do nothing else, we're gonna know how to make babies. We're gonna know how to make babies, and we're gonna know how to smoke, and we're gonna know how to drink. We may not have to do nothing else. And then people want to blame things. Man, come on, man. Come on. And then we get people like, oh, see, I'm finna go on a whole nother rant, and I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to. You said that's her mom's fault, too. When I was 19, I was grown, living on my own, and knew I was at risk of having a child, right? There's no excuse. She's evil, point blank, period. Right, that's facts. That's facts. You want to do what you want to do. You want to go out here. You gotta be responsible for what happens now. You a mother. But I feel like, I ain't gonna lie, in my heart of hearts, I feel like she gonna get off. I really do. I think she gonna get off. In my heart of hearts, I feel like she gonna get off. She gonna try to plead insanity, under duress, and all this kind of stuff. I think she might not get off, but I don't think I think her sentence is not gonna be that bad. I think it's gonna be a life sentence. I really do. I really do. Let me see. Holding women accountable on 2023. Funny something. Man, but it's crazy because like ain't no women in my people over here co-signing that. It's women holding these other women accountable. Like y'all trash for doing stuff like that. That's trash behavior. You dig? It's very trash behavior. We not co-signing none of that bad behavior. None of it. 'Cause that's terrible. But man, I'm so irritated with Dr. Umar Johnson. I don't know what to do, man. That man irritates. And I love the brother, but he irritates my soul. Why? So how come the responsible people of the world, how come the people like us that's over here, that work hard, that, us nurses, or seniors, medical people, You dig what I'm saying? How come we responsible for everybody else's F-ups? Can y'all answer me that, please? Can you answer me that, please? I am so sick and tired of this. We gotta cape for everybody and save everybody and all that kind of stuff. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that. You dig what we say? Because this whole narrative, once again, is the rat. Because y'all seen that thing out in Chicago, right? Where the dude punched the one lady in the chicken line, and then the young man was defending his mother and smoked the dude, right? That situation could have been avoided. But my point is, that whole situation was dusty behavior. How come when well-to-do, hard-working black folks, how come when we choose to not align ourselves with that, it's magically our obligation to take care of the whole hood, everybody, and their mama? Why is that? Can somebody explain that to me? I just need somebody to explain that to me, please. Because it's getting old. It's getting old at this point. I don't, that's what I'm not understanding. But that's not, I'm not, I don't get it. I really don't get it. People are responsible for their decisions that they make in their life. But for some reason, because certain parts of the country are in turmoil, I'm responsible and people like me are responsible. No, sir. And I think that causes further division than anything else. I don't know about y'all. But I'm tired of cleaning up. Let me not say it like that. I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of feeling obligated to have to save the whole world. You dig what I'm saying? To have to save the whole hood. People have 24 hours in a day, and you should not have to feel pressured into doing anything you don't want to do. Hold on one second, y'all. My fault. I'm back, y'all. My fault. I had to look at something real quick. But yeah. Hold on, let me see. She shouldn't have made her son shoot him. She should have taken the gun from him and protected herself, not the kid. Well, she came to the hospital because she didn't want to kill her child. She did herself. In my opinion, if a woman has a child outside of marriage, she shouldn't expect any help. She signed up. Okay. So let me get back to the guy with the mom and everything like that. Thank God the charges were dropped, because that dude was out of pocket. He was completely out of pocket. He was wrong. He shouldn't have did that. He should not have done that. You dig what I'm saying? And as somebody who loves my mama, I could definitely see myself doing the same thing. They say that she didn't tell him to go get the blicky though. From what I'm hearing, they say that was not the case. I'm hearing that he had went outside and just got it. She told him to go outside, but she never said go get the blicky. But I feel like most men would do the same thing in that situation, especially young men would protect their mothers. But here's the thing though. A lot of these dudes don't have, because I didn't see I didn't see his father in the mix. A lot of these dudes don't have dads. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes don't have these type of people in their lives, these positive role models in their lives. But for them to try to make it an obligation of the people who don't want to be dusty, okay? The people who have gone out their way not to be dusty, and then try to make them responsible for taking care of every other dusty person in the hood, that's a problem. So you want men like myself to go take care of the Glorillas, and shout out, I don't got no smoke with her, but to go take care of the Sukihanas, to go take care of their kids. They want us to take care of the Pound Town booty hole brown girl kids, and they say if you don't do that, you are doing a disservice to the community. No, I have a problem with that. I have a major problem with that. Because that's not right. That is not right. And that, to me, that's how you cause more division. Nobody who works hard for everything that they have want to be around dusty people or dusty activities and behaviors. I know I don't. What's up, Sharice? I know I don't. I don't. Yeah, I don't believe the man should have hit her. Right, yeah, it is up once you initiate violence, because if that was my girl or if that was my mama, it's up. You dig what I'm saying? But again, this is why I be trying to tell these new nurses and stuff like that. It's some stuff that we just have to avoid. Some things that you got a nursing license, you're a professional. It's just some things that you just have to avoid. You have to just walk away. Sometimes you just got to walk away from certain things. You dig? Because it's not worth it. Now, they may have had the charges dropped. But this boy has a lifetime full of trauma now that he has to now deal with because he took a life. So that's a lifetime of trauma that he has to get worked out. You dig what I'm saying? And people gonna know who he is. That's gonna always follow him. That's gonna always follow him. And to the professional people out there, to the profession, especially you professional black men, we have to avoid certain things in certain places. We have to avoid dumb shit. Or somewhere where it's a potential to be dumb shit. I'm sorry that it gotta be like that, but that's how it is. That's just how it is now. If you value your life, listen, let me tell you something. I don't go to hood spots no more. I don't go to hood bars. I don't go to none of that shit where it can be where it's gonna be some potential foolery in the game. I'm just keeping it real. Not to say that it's always gonna be there, but I don't. It's just certain things I don't do anymore because I got something to lose, and people really take that for granted. You got something to lose now. And you shining, you winning. You know what I'm saying? You dudes out there, you shining, you winning. You probably got ladies choosing on you and everything like that. Yeah, people gonna try you, bro. And I'm not saying be a coward, and I'm not saying don't stand up for yourself, but birds of a feather flock together, bro. I'm just keeping it real. People say, no. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Birds of a feather definitely flock together. Whether you know it or not. Because the more successful you start to become, the more aware of your surroundings you start to become. And the more life will separate you from the people who are not as successful or who don't want to be as successful as you. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. You cannot help it. And guess what? If you still choose to be around the dust and you got something to lose, eventually you will lose it. One way or the other. It is inevitable, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot stop it. Let's not forget sex is the most basic need, and that's effortless, and people with MR engage in sex willingly. No excuse, but this girl could have been, by worst case scenarios, stepdad or brother. Well, and we can take that in consideration. But according to what somebody said, they were celebrating the pregnancy with cheerleading photos and all that kind of stuff. So if that was the situation, I highly doubt that was the situation. But if it was, why would they be celebrating the photos? Now, I don't know if that was the case personally, but I don't think my audience will lie. Yeah, I don't go to places where foolishness is more likely to occur, and I'm not arguing over chicken and line cutting. It's not worth it, man. It's really not. It's not worth it. And then we got this horrible habit of trying to record everything instead of trying to, if we are going to get involved in somebody else's business, de-escalating the situation. There's no reason that situation should have even been recorded. You dig what I'm saying? Like, but again, so if I'm a person that's doing well in life, like y'all are, y'all want us to have this unfair obligation to go try to save everybody just because they doing well? That's not fair. And black culture is and I hate to say this, but the woke black culture is the only culture that does this. Everywhere else in society does not do this. If you in white society, if you a loser in white society, you a loser. You are a loser in white society. If you ain't no try, man. Look, successful. You never ever hear successful white people trying to go back and help everybody. No, they don't do that. If you a loser in white society, you are a loser. If you a loser in Asian society, you are a loser. That's just what it is. And that's how it's always been. And they don't have that unfair obligation. No. In other societies, if they parents is losers, they out of here. And I'm not saying we need to adopt everybody else's culture and all that kind of stuff. But what I am saying is that we need to take this unfair obligation off the people who are doing right, off the law-abiding citizens, off the people that want to make some of themselves, or the people that don't bother nobody. I mean, I'm just keeping it real right now. A lot of people are upset that that well-to-do men are starting to be honest now, and admitting that they don't want to be stepdads to the world. Sorry. They being honest now, and they starting to admit it. Well, you don't care about, if you don't want to be a stepdad, then you don't care about the community. Huh? What? She said nobody knew she was pregnant but her. The mother didn't find out until the police came into the room once the baby was found. Yeah, it's been so many different stories and everything. So, but regardless, this is a grown woman. The only person women need to look for to help with their kids is their husband and their own family. Other productive men don't owe these women nothing. And then it's just like, no, like we gotta, again, but this is why successful people leave and never come back. Because of talk like that. It's everybody else's fault. And then, so if you try to get yourself together and you try to do well for yourself and you trying to get your people out of a bind and everything like that, the people that's in your circle, you practicing individualism. But how am I going to help anybody if I'm out here staying? If I'm out here staying, how am I supposed to help anybody? You want me to elevate a whole group, but I'm out here staying? No, I got to take care of me first. That'd be my biggest issue. Like that's really my, like, I cannot stand that, because I'm somebody that get it in every day. And people be like, oh, You need to do what it's always a person who ain't got nothing telling you what you need to do. Y'all ever notice that? Always. But I just want to let dudes know, and ladies, because the ladies, they be putting y'all some jacked up situations too. Soon as you start doing well for yourself, they want you to come save everybody in your little circle too. You see what happened to what was her name? Shaquilla Robinson. You see what happened to her when she was trying to take care of everybody? They offed her. They offed her for trying to take care of the whole hood and take care of all her homies and all that kind of stuff. I don't travel with broke people now. I learned my lesson. Rest in peace to Shaquilla Robinson, because that was another one that didn't have to go. But she paying for everybody's trips, and some dude in a dress done offed her, and she came there with $5,000 or however much money she came with, and then they can't find it, or they only found $1,000 or $2,000. No, you don't. Man, look, I don't do the same things that I used to do. I can't do it. Took that poor girl life because of some hate, because they didn't want to get up and grind and go get it like she did. So out the kindness of her heart, she out here paying for everybody trips, thinking she got some cool people on her side and everything like that. Meanwhile, they plotting on her in the background. Women have been taught to make the worst mistakes and hold strangers accountable. Imagine single men saying that these women owe them SCX and cooking and cleaning. They wouldn't be going for it. No, they wouldn't. Not at all. But that girl though, she tripping though. She tripping. Let me see. Well, she came to the hospital because she didn't want to die. But oh, okay, I read that already. She shouldn't have her son. CJ might be saying shooting the club up instead of just saying ejaculation. That is true. I do be saying that. Y'all, I am stuck in this traffic. Is horrible, y'all. I am not moving. Y'all, look at this. I'm literally not moving. Well, I'm about to move now, but like I'm stuck. This construction has been going on all year. This got to be the longest construction I've ever seen in my life. This has been going on all year. Man. Well, yeah. But yeah, man, that's pretty much what I want to hit on today. Almost at 4K subscribers, y'all. Yeah, I am by your mama house. The traffic is so slow. I should have just took the street. This is terrible. But yeah, y'all, so that's pretty much what I wanted. I think today I'm going to preview one of my shirts, well, one of the shirt designs in the community tab so y'all can see it. But oh my God, what time is it? They talking about I got to get off this freeway. They talking about it's a 40+ minute wait. Oh no, I got to get off this freeway. All right, y'all, I'm finna get out of here. I got to find me an alternate route. I appreciate y'all for joining me live. But I got to get out of here so I can find an alternate route. So I'm going to holler at y'all in a minute. Peace.